and welcome back to my kitchen. So I have let some bananas get just a little bit too ripe, and I mentioned that fact to my boss the other day because he really enjoys banana things that are baked, any form of it. Banana bread, banana muffins, banana cupcakes, banana cake, banana cream pie. So I asked him what he would like, and he replied with muffins. So, knowing what I know about my boss, I went through some of my cookbooks, and I found a banana muffin recipe from this cookbook right here. Our favorite recipes, Women's Missionary Society, Evangelical Free Church, South Dakota, 1981. I found a recipe from this cookbook right here that I think that he would particularly enjoy. So, let's make it, let's taste it, and I'll give you guys my review of it, as always. And also, when my boss finally does get a chance to eat these, I'll put his review as a pinned comment down below. So make sure y'all come back and check for that. But anyways, enough gabbing, let's get to baking. To kick this recipe off, I'm creaming together half a cup of butter and 1 cup of sugar. Then I'm adding in 1 egg that has been pre-beaten, 1 cup of mashed banana, and yes, I did measure out the mashed banana this time, 1 teaspoon of baking soda that's been dissolved in 1 tablespoon of water, and finally a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to give everything in this bowl a quick mix. Next, in goes the dry ingredients that I've sifted together beforehand. This would be 1½ cup of flour and ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm going to give everything a final mix until everything is well combined. Next, I'm portioning the batter into muffin liners. I find that using a portion or a cookie scoop is the best method. These muffins are going to get baked in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 20 minutes. However, since my muffins are going to be a bit on the larger side, I'm going to have to make sure that they're cooked all the way through and adjust my time as needed. They're not quite ready just yet, but I kind of anticipated that they are a little bit on the larger side. So we'll give it another 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes in, and oh, hot diggity dog, look at that. Holy snackies. But just to be on the safe side, let's take this little cake tester I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm just gonna poke it in the middle, and it came out clean. So they're good, they're done. C'est la vie. Alright, you guys, it has come to the part of the video where we do a little taste test. I gotta say, this recipe so far is super fast and super simple, and it just smells really good. I'm not quite sure if you're supposed to eat them like straight out of the oven, or if you're kind of supposed to treat this like banana bread where you're supposed to let it cool. But just a little behind the scenes fact for you guys. A majority of these videos I film them after work in the evening, and I get up pretty early. So on the bright side, I'm gonna have breakfast in the morning, but on the downside, I need to do this taste test so I can get on the bed. But here we go. First bite is for y'all. If I can get, there we go. First bite's for y'all. Very soft in the middle. Again, this is straight out of the oven though. But kind of like most banana bread, I don't want to say most, but like in some banana bread recipes, how you get like a little bit of that like soft, gummy, like mushy center. I do see some of that, and the outer crust isn't very like crusty. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. It's kind of like, you know how like when sugar caramelizes and it's kind of like in that in-between state of like solid but soft, where it's like pliable and flexible. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. Anyways, here we go. Oh wow. I think my boss might like these. Yeah, the outer crust is just very delicate, like on top. Just very delicate. Just has like the slightest little bit of crunch to it. There went my reminder for my bedtime. This is delicious. It's got just a bit of warmth to the taste of it, and I'm pretty sure that's coming from the nutmeg. It's not too overpowering. It's very subtle, but the warmth is there. It is just a very moist and soft muffin. Granted, I don't know if that texture is going to change in the morning after it's had time to cool off, but straight out of the oven though, ho. Pair this with a nice glass of cold milk. You know what? Hold that thought. This is going to be a nice little bedtime snack here. Let's see if I'm right. Oh Lord, take me away. That is delicious. This might be a 5-star recipe. This just might be. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. Right. So, what I like about this recipe, extremely easy to do. Came together in no less than 30 minutes. So you want a fast and simple, easy breakfast? This might be your recipe. If you love bananas, if you got ripe bananas, give this recipe a try. Like, for sure. The taste is phenomenal. It's sweet, but it's not like that sickly, like overpowering sweet. And like I said, there's a little bit of warmth to the taste, which I'm pretty sure is coming from that nutmeg, but it's not overpowering. It's just very nice and subtle. It's like a little warm, cozy hug almost, but in like food form. The directions were easy to understand. Like I said, it was really easy, really fast to throw this together. The taste is phenomenal. I'm giving this 5 stars. like hands down 5 stars. If you're a fan of nuts, you can obviously throw some nuts in there if you want to throw some chocolate chips in there, you know, but I'm pretty sure, I have a hunch that my boss is just kind of like a plain texture kind of guy, so I opted out of that. I myself am also a plain texture kind of gal, so that's how I like to enjoy my banana bread. But yeah, just a phenomenal but like simple recipe. And you know what, sometimes the simple recipes are usually the best recipes, in my opinion. Thank y'all so much for joining me on today's culinary adventure. If you did happen to like today's video, how about showing it a little bit of love by hitting that thumbs up button? And if you happen to like the vibe here on my channel, consider subscribing. I currently post every Monday, so I have weekly videos. If you're curious about some of the other adventures that I've been on, you can, of course, go over to my channel page and check that out, or you can find some playlists that I've linked down below in the description of this video along with today's recipe. If you do end up trying today's recipe, let me know how it turned out in the comments down below. I'm always curious to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions on what I make. Anyways, my friends, y'all be safe out there and be sweet to one another. Bye, y'all.